7:01. Time to have a little bit of fun right here on Break On Through with you know who. OJC. The unimpeachable. President for life. You can't impeach me. You can't impeach me. You all's in here, man. It looks like y'all coming in fast today. There's Katie After Dark, Brian Dunlap, John Ross, Wesley Dixon, Greg Crawford, all the way from the great state of Florida. Mondo. All right, I'm going to see if I can't position this a little better. I keep having to wait, because of the delay. I got to wait and see with the move I made, whether it's any good. And it's looking like this one is probably not going to be good. I don't know. That's all right. That's good. All right. Welcome to Break On Through. Walt Wheat, Damian Reed, Terry Myers. And where there's a Terry Myers, I'm predicting there's a Amy Lynn Myers somewhere close by. Did everybody wish my sister Heather Wheat happy birthday the other day, Wednesday? Or not Wednesday, but the 23rd. Well, if you didn't do it now, happy birthday, Heather Wheat. Many, many, many more. Well, this is going to be one for you tonight. Ha! Oh, yeah. I guess first I'm going to go with, I'm not going to do the shows right now, but I will tell you something that was being discussed today. Now, this is only in the discussion stage. Well, why are you saying anything? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to see how much interest there is. And two, it gives us time to kind of figure out what we need to do. But there is going to be a record release party for Antiseen Time Machine at Repo Record in Charlotte, North Carolina. What do y'all think of that? Oh yeah, record release party. And at the record release party, that's when it will go on live on Big Cartel, where you can order your copy. If you can't make it to the record release party, you can order it right there on Big Cartel. Or you can come see Antiseen perform live at Repo Record. Now I know I got bandmates going, you need to tell me something there, huh? Well, I'm telling you. But I'm also telling you this. Now, you know how, and this is no slight on anyone, not on TKO, not on Cascade, but independent records, man, you can't pinpoint a date. You got to wait till everything looks like it's lining up to be completed. Matter of fact, I would go so far as to say, wait until you have tracking numbers for all stuff. Then you can safely book a date. And that's what we're going to do. Since me and Malcolm and Sir Barry Hannibal we're all native New Yorkers. Well, no, actually, we're North Carolinians. It's easy for us to get together now to record, and we have some projects we want to record. So we figure we get Walt Wheat up for a weekend to record, and we will do the Time Machine record release party that Saturday night, live at Repo. What do you think? Maybe we do it on a Friday night. I don't know. Me and Jimmy Repo will discuss it. Let's see how things go. But that's something happening. Something's going to be happening real soon. Now, something's going to be happening sooner than that is April 17th at the West Side Bowl in Youngstown, Ohio. That's Antiseen. Everybody's favorite rockin' teenage combo will be live in Youngstown, Ohio on April 17th. And we're going to skip a day. We were supposed to be in Cleveland, but there was some kind of shenanigans went on with the club owner versus the promoter. And all shows were pulled. Our show was included in all. So, that leaves us with a day to drive 8 hours close to Medford, New Jersey. Where we will be, and that's April 19th. We'll be playing at Studio 67 in Medford, New Jersey. Who's opening that show? Hoss, you gotta tell me. What does it matter? I'll tell you who's opening it. Nobody. You walk in, says show starts at 8. Who knows if it'll start at 8 or 8:15 or 8:30. But you ain't got to wait. Antiseen's coming on live, and we're gonna play extra songs in that set. Since it is just us, even though we know we're who you came to see. And I am hoping that works out really good. It might become a thing of the future. Who can say? But I will go ahead and say this, though. I got something coming up in September 19th and 20th at Ground Zero in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Rule Breakers Rule 2025. And I'm telling you, it is shaping up to be one knockdown, drag out rock and roll party in the street like you ain't never ever seen. So if I was you, I would go ahead and start making my plans for that. Pretty soon I'm going to have the flyer done, and we'll get it to where Mick Minchow will have tickets available. So you can go ahead and make your plans. September 19th and 20th at Ground Zero in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Going to be a funky, good time. I mean, I'll just give you a brief hint. That's what's going to be happening there. Antiseen. George South. Rancid Vat, yes, rising from the ashes. Like a phoenix. Rancid Vat. Before I Hang, Walt Wheat's electric rock and roll pop combo, Before I Hang, is going to be there live, direct from Mississippi. Oh, who else do we have? Wrath of Typhon. Taped Fist, Mondo's One Trick Pony and Song and Dance show is reforming. They're going to brush up on the one chord they know. Mondo's going to practice his oh yes and oh no's for, a couple weeks. And then they're going to get together, put it together. They're going to get together on any type of weather. They're going to do the Campbell Walk all over Ground Zero, Spartanburg. And y'all saw Tape Fist at the 35-year anniversary show. And when they play, that they're there to stay. They ain't coming to mess around. So that's going to happen. Well, what else, man? Let me think of what else we got going on up in y'all. I mean, I can't even remember. But I'm just telling you, I do remember it's September 19th and 20th. Be there. More info will be coming soon. So how y'all doing this week? Well, I got a little something to lay on y'all. Old JC had some things happening over the last bit. I don't know. Months, year. Some things started to intensify in recent history. Knee pain, ankle pain, foot pain, not able to find the right words for something. I know you're thinking, well, it was right there. You just no, that wasn't it. That was me trying to get everything in order. But not being able to form certain words, not being able to finish a thought, and a whole lot of falling down. Yep. Fell off a ladder about a week before we went out on those last 3 shows. Well, Derek Giles got his show poster. I'm glad to hear that, Derek Giles. Heck, it only took 2 months to get from Rock Hill, South Carolina to somewhere in Georgia, right? Well, anyway, but listen, y'all don't get alarmed about old JC now. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. And I got to preface it with some things. Break On Through will not turn into me pounding you over the head with my beliefs. I will pound you over the head with a lot of other stuff, but I do want to include things that are important to me. And I've got to tell you one more thing before I go into this. April 26th, Clayton and Wensil will be doing our debut live performance at the Kingdom Corner in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina, at 12 noon. Kingdom Corner, noon, April 26th. Clayton and Wensil. And come on out. Come on out and share the good time with us. It's like I said, it's our debut live performance. Will we be able to pull it off? Yes, we will, because I'm telling you what, we got a Cracker Jack band behind us. I'm talking Jeff Williams on bass guitar, Malcolm Tent on acoustic guitar. We got one song that features a bass drum, but I don't know if we've determined who's going to do that yet. I think it's Malcolm. One thing we do know for a fact, it's not me. So, but me and Steve and all of our lovely ladies providing those beautiful background vocals, it's going to be a time, and I'd like to see you all there. But anyway, I was telling you about my ailments and things I got going on, but man, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all know I joined a church about 2 years ago, the Encounter Charlotte. And for lack of a better description, it's a Pentecostal church. Now, I know that brings up some odd things with some people. Clinton, get that off of there. July 17th, that encounter. That is not true. Take that down. I don't like when dates go up and they're not real dates. July 17th is happening, but that's somewhere in Concord, not Encounter. Please take that down. And I just say that we are a group that believes in the gifts provided to us by the Holy Spirit. And I know some of you think, oh, well, mumbo jumbo, but I'm telling you right now, for the last Saturday, Sunday, Monday, for the last 3 days, and then tomorrow, I have been working a tent revival on the grounds of the Encounter Charlotte in Midland, North Carolina. And the guest crusade that's there is Mario Morello. And I'm trying to think of I'm not spacing out, okay? I'm just, oh, well. Started talking about the Lord, and all of a sudden the computer goes crazy. Let me close some things out here. All right, y'all, you're gonna hear me in a second as I attempt to get back to where I was. I don't know what happened here. We gotta get it right back to where we started from. Oh, there, I got it before you heard. All right, everybody still with me? Okay. So anyway, for the past few days, man, I've been soldiering on in some pretty bad pain. I haven't said nothing to anybody except Rebecca, because she helps me with the Tiger Balm and taping up and stuff like that. But anyway, last night, man, we were watching the service, and at this point it turns into a healing service. He's going around, he gets off the stage, goes into the audience, which he rarely does, and he goes around the audience and goes around talking to people, and man, he's making people that could not get up and walk. And it's not him, okay? I'm saying that wrong. It's not him. He's just the conduit. It's the power of Christ that's making people doing this. And if you don't like what I'm talking to you, man, you can bail out for this one. But I wish you'd stay. And because I want to tell you, right then, man, I'm sitting there. I'm an usher. I'm sitting there with the bucket, ready to pass the bucket when it's time. And Mario walks right up to me and looks me dead in the eye. And man, he starts prophesying to me, telling me about myself, things that he couldn't have known, things that I didn't make public. And look, I know some of you guys that just cannot accept things that are supernatural are going to be finding all kinds of ins and outs and loopholes as to, here's what happened. But no, I'm going to tell you, man, you can put your Nancy Drew hat away, because I'm telling you, there's no way he knew all this information about me. And basically, all those symptoms I gave you earlier, those are classic symptoms of having some kind of brain trouble, aneurysm, tumor. Oh man, he looked at me. He put his hands above me, and he started talking, praying over me. And man, he told me the things that were going on. But he said, man, he said, I hope I don't get emotional like I did then. But he basically told me, you were a strong man. And he goes, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's coming back. It's all coming back. And man, even like right as he started coming my way, I fell at work the other day, and I scraped a big piece of skin off the front of my shin, man, like about that big. And I've been wearing bandages on it, and all of a sudden, I'm not even thinking. I'm thinking, well, I'm wearing a lanyard, a laminate thing, and I'm not going to get spoke over, because he's going there to speak all the people that have come. But no, man, he came right to me and told me those things. And he basically said, that 12 things that were in my body are now gone. And he even mentioned tumor. So, after that was over, man. Oh, I know what I was saying. Before he came, my legs started burning. They hadn't been burning all. They bothered me a little bit, you know, but nothing. And man, all of a sudden, it felt like they were on fire. And I was squirming in my seat, trying to get comfortable, you know, like almost to the point where I was like, if this doesn't let up, I'm gonna have to stand up and walk outside or something. But about that time is when I seen him walking my way, and I wasn't even thinking about that anymore. But I'm telling you, man, that pain subsided. Now you're gonna go, well, your foot and your knee is all perfect. No, I'm gonna give you an analogy of what that's like. Me and Heather talked about this. I didn't give her this analogy because I didn't have it then. I didn't have it until this morning. Like if your body is a house and you got a leaky roof and there's water all up in your attic, it's dripping down, man, over the years. Oh, man, you got water damage, you got mold, you got all kind of stuff going on, man. And okay, but then all of a sudden, here comes a brand new roof. No more leaks. Well, there's still been some damage done, but it can be fixed. You can fix it. And I think that's where I'm at right now. I think I got a new roof on. And I think I just got to get in there and fix the damage. I'll be completely transparent with you right now. Oh, yeah, I can stand to lose about 50 pounds again. I did it 2 years ago. I'll do it again. You know, once I get my mind set to it, I can do it. That's no issue for me. No experimental drugs, no injections. And First Lady and I, we've given up the crazy eat nothing but cabbage diets and stuff like that, man. I mean, like, you're gonna lose some weight that way. But and I know some of you are concerned about me, and I appreciate you. I love you all. You know I do. And you're going to suggest I should go to the doctor. But you see, you don't understand something. The doctor ain't going to find anything. So with that, I'm going to have to give you a little quote. I'm going to have to give you a little bit of humble pie. I don't need no doctor. I was healed. Whatever was in there is gone. I'm going to go to the doctor and say, hey, man, I want to have me a brain tumor, so get in there and look for it. Well, we can't find it, but this mofo thinks he's got a brain tumor. We need to run some tests and, you know, hit that insurance company up about 700 times. See what kind of bill we can run up. That's exactly what happens, man, and I don't care. Now, this is something I will argue with you until we are really mad at each other. They're not the big pharma's not looking to cure anyone. They want customers. I know I'll probably get this break on through. We'll probably get yanked down. Now, Clayton, get on that. I know you're quick, man, but get extra quick at getting it on YouTube tonight, because I have a feeling that all the stuff I'm getting ready to say about big pharma, they'll just get yanked, because they said they weren't going to do that kind of stuff no more, but I don't trust that as far as I can throw this entire house. So I will tell you this. Every time I have had to go to a doctor for whatever ailment, and it's usually something that had been happening over time. I'm not the kind of guy that gets an ache. Oh, I got to go to a doctor. It's got to be to where I am really concerned about it. But man, every single time I've ever been to one, they didn't give me any. And I know how everyone will come to their defense. I know what you're going to say. Well, they have to do tests to find out. Now, you know what? They give me stuff that they get kickbacks for. I mean, look, man. One time I had lung problems. Told me I had scar tissue all in my lungs, and that's why I catch pneumonia so much, man. All you guys, especially you guys out on the West Coast, we travel so far, in Europe and stuff, man. I'd get in those foreign environments and catch everything that they had to offer there as far as colds and flus and everything. And then all of a sudden, you know, all my lungs are filled up with fluid, and I can't get rid of it unless I go to a hospital and get azithromycin or something, you know, or strong not antibiotic, but that azithromycin is a strong antibiotic. But get steroids to clean that stuff out, man. And it's like sometimes we have to cancel shows. Sometimes I had to do shows on 45%, you know. But here's the thing, man. Let's say, okay, let's just say that I still have one. Well, you know what? I have seen too many people, and the people included in this are my mother, my mentor, Scott Savage, and a few others, man. Throughout my life, I have seen them get cancer. And the thing that's important to the doctors is that we get rid of the cancer. Okay, well, see, on the surface, if I say that, hey, man, you got cancer, we need to get rid of that, son. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's get rid of it. Okay, well, I failed to mention that the method in which I will use to get rid of it, it's going to kill you. But you're going to be cancer-free. Adam Wolf, am I talking the truth? Am I just making stuff out of my head? Man, you got to tell me something. Tell these people something. Am I telling the truth? I wish my brother was here. He'd give me an amen. And I'm going to tell you something else, man. I've talked about this with my bandmates. Especially, I'll go ahead and say it. Me and Malcolm talking, man. We're just like, man, if it ever comes down to it, and they give you down that diagnosis, hey, you got problems. You got cancer, son. There's so many things out there that they know about. Everybody knows about. It's just that the general population doesn't know about that you can take. I'm not saying it's a miracle cure, it's gonna save you, but it can sure make life worth living for whatever amount you have left. I mean, isn't that what it's like? Okay. Man, you got 6 months to live there, son. All right. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna spend time with my friends and my family, and I'm gonna, talk to and go visit everyone I've ever cared and loved, and just have a little conversation about it. But I don't know that I'm gonna sit there and let whatever time I have left be terribly sick. Like my mom. Now, my friend Mike Harper just pipes in and says that's easy to say if you never had cancer. And I agree with that, Mike. And I know you just gone through a rough time. But I watched my mom wither away, and it wasn't the cancer that got her. So I feel like I do know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And yes, it is my opinion. I'm not a doctor. But I'm going to tell you what, I think I would trust a gift that came from the Holy Spirit way more than I would trust Atrium or what's the other one? I don't even make it my business to remember their names. But that's where I'm at. And I'm telling you today, I feel great. I feel great. But I'm going to start working on that damage to my house. Sound like someone's starting to work on the damage to my house now, unless they're damaging it more. It's hard to tell around here. But I just want to tell you that I experienced an encounter, roughly, oddly enough, our church is called Encounter. I experienced an encounter with the Holy Spirit last night, and I do not care if you like it, if you think it's funny, or if you think I'm brainwashed, or whatever you think. I just know what I feel in me, and that's what happened. Well, Mike says he had cancer and lived, would have died without the procedures. Well, Mike, I'm not saying that my opinion, and I'm not saying that my way that I think I would do something. See, I'm transparent with you enough to know, or to tell you right now, that if it happened to me, well, you said it'll break on through. Well, you know what? Yeah, you're right, Mike. There may be the day where I'm faced with that. And I'm hoping that I will stick to my guns on that. That's about all I can say there. And Mike, you know I feel for you. Mike lost his wife recently to cancer. And I am deeply sorry for your loss. But man, I'm thinking, I know the age group of most of the folks on here, and I know we've all lost somebody to it. I'm not minimalizing anyone's loss, current or long ago. I'm just saying that we all know what it's like, man. But I'd like to think that's what the decision I would make should I ever be faced with it again. But as for now, I am cured. Hey, you need to go to the doctor about that. Why? I got 5 fingers on my right hand. Hey, doctor, I need you to examine these fingers. Well, why? You got all 5 of them. Well, one of them might get cut off. Well, they're not cut off now. I mean, your knuckles and all swollen and all, but I think you can do all right with it. But that's right, Kyle. All glory to God. Mario Murillo. Hey, man, you know, if y'all ever need something to do, you ever want to listen to this kind of stuff, man, I want you to go to EncounterToday.com and watch some of the videos with people like Mario Murillo, Joseph Z, Troy Brewer, lots more. You know how I am with names, but our bishop of our church, Alan DiDio, bishop of our church, author, interviewer, has many podcasts and stuff. Go watch that sometime if you have a minute. I think you'll like Alan's style. I think you'll like the way he's a straight shooter. You might not believe everything. Hey, you don't believe everything I say. You don't agree with everything I say, but we don't have to. You know, we all come from a time when you could disagree with each other and still be friends, still love each other. I just don't even feel like I belong here now with the way people are. I mean, let's go ahead and examine this right quick. Let's suppose I'm walking down the street in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I collapse. Oh man, something's going wrong. Now there will be a few people, maybe one, maybe just one, that will come and try to help me. Look, big old sack of potatoes like me falls on the ground. You better bring somebody to help you, because I don't know if you're going to get it by yourself. But you know what most people would do? They take this contraption right here that I'm talking to you on right now and film it. That's sad. That's a sad state of affairs, man. And I know all the punk rock songs we used to listen to growing up. But man, did you guys really believe that Levine believed every word to I Love Living in the City? Come on, man, that was a pose. And I'm not knocking the man. I'm telling you, he's a human being. From what I can tell, he's a good man. Well, thank you, folks, for chiming in on my defense and stuff. I appreciate you. I love you all, even if you don't agree with me on stuff. I still love you. But I didn't mean to end the show on a downer note, but it's not a downer note, man. I'm telling you, I'm good. I'm fine. And I guess this is my invitation to you, man. If you're in the area, you got one more night tomorrow to catch this. And man, look, I was only one of, oh, good gosh, man, dozens of people that were being healed. Being healed by the hand of God. Mario Murillo was just a conduit. Like, these guys don't want you putting them on the pedestals. They'll tell you that right quick. Well, I guess we've reached the end for now. I would like to recommend something to you. I recommended this to my good pal, Zach Hembray, one night at when we played triples in Piedmont, South Carolina. He did something to his back, and I said to him, man, you need to try some of this. And me and Malcolm Tent are big fans. We're big users. Fans might be taking it a little bit too far. This stuff is hard to get down. But man, for the aches and the pain, the normal aches and pains of everyday life and getting old, and I know you can say, well, why don't you just get one of your evangelists? No, because I'm telling you, this is fixing the damage that's already been done. Try this stuff right here. Black seed oil. It comes in pill form, but you all know the liquid form of anything is the fastest acting. I'm trying to see if I even held it right where you can see it. Let me get it in close so you can see the company. Yeah, you can get this off Amazon. I mean, what can't you get off Amazon? Can you even get Antiseen records on Amazon? Probably. All right. Here, let me break the seal on there. I'm going to let y'all watch me try to down some of this live. Remember, there was a break on through a couple years back, man, where I took that liver cleanse stuff. And I'm telling you right now, that is the worst stuff I have ever put in my mouth in my entire life. Let's see what we got here. John Ross, you said I said black seed oil tastes great. I don't know, it does not. Bottoms up. Oh. David Prino, you are a man whose opinion I have respected for quite some time, many years. And to see you write that means the world to me. Thank you. Oh, Greg is here. Greg Clayton is here. I thought that said Greg Crawford. Is Greg Crawford here? Now, see, I know when y'all see this on YouTube after 30 days because Facebook has taken down all the live videos. Someone's gonna be watching this going, who's this guy talking to? This is all the people commenting on the Facebook Live. I wish there was a way to transfer all that to the YouTube video, but I'm sure there's not. If there was, Clinton Zilla would have already had that figured out. Well, thank you, Wesley. And I'll tell you something that is bugging me. Speaking of Wesley there, is how much people are not talking about Western North Carolina anymore. And yours truly can accept that finger pointed his direction, because I have not been. I try to, but if you happen to go on encountertoday.com, please go on there, and there's a place where you can make contributions. And I'm telling you, we have trucks going up there all the time, not with just food, not with just clothes, but with chainsaws, propane tanks, everything it takes to get things back to normal, man. It's been well over 100 days, and there's still some areas that look like they just got hit yesterday. And so if you care about that, like I care about that, then please go make a contribution. I've made several. And hey, that's all I got. Now, listen, y'all. I want to get back to doing some things. I want to get back to doing some top 10s. I can't get help on rapid fire thoughts. I got to come up with that on my own. But like the top 10s and things, man, y'all please DM me on my Jeff Clayton page and tell me some stuff you'd like to know about as far as my opinion goes. And that's all it is my opinion. And, well, thank you, Erica. Thank you, Clinton Zilla, for being on time every time. Even when I can't think up a good old rhyme with those links. When it comes to links, you do not stink. But, listen. Oh. You remember when I was here with Malcolm, and we were going through all the stuff I found, stuff that I was going to make available to sell, original artwork, original flyers, such and such. In the dressing room in Atlanta, me and Brandon, the road dog, man, we came up with the perfect name for that segment. And man, we agreed on it, gave each other 5. Yeah, that's good, yeah. And then, we knew, oh, that's so good, we ain't gonna forget that. I was like, maybe I should put it in my phone. I'll remember. Well, as soon as the evening of hanging out with Abdullah the Butcher was over, we forgot all about it. And man, we're still trying to figure it out. But I'm gonna go, I still got boxes to go through. And I didn't even show y'all all I had on there. That, you know, when I first, we got through a little bit of it, and I looked at Malcolm, I was like, man, there is no way we're going to get through that in a 40-minute broadcast, which I think at the time, we only had about 15 minutes left. But, yeah, I'm going to do that sometime. And hopefully by then, me and Brandon will have figured out the name for that segment, and we can use it. All right. Well, listen, y'all. I appreciate you listening to me. When it happened to me last night, I just had to share it today. I would have felt like it's such a phony, if something that was so important to me, if I didn't share it right here on my podcast. But please keep in mind all the shows. I like to see as many of you out there as we can, and I will see you next week right here on Break On Through. Just remember, have a great week. Have an even better weekend. And remember, I love you. God loves you. And we'll see you next week.